Who doesn't love good ham? Full disclosure, it's not my favorite main dish, like meat to cook for a Sunday dinner or anytime really. I like to eat it, but it's just kind of one of those things where I don't cook it a lot because it's, I don't know, it's ham. But anyway, I have found this really good glaze that I have tweaked the recipe of a little bit to make my own. So I'm going to share that with you, and then I'll show you how I prepared the ham. So I did film the making of the glaze Saturday night. I did that. I made the ham glaze and put it in the fridge overnight, and then I wanted to be able to just go right to work after church on Sunday. It's a really good glaze. It's sweet, but with some, it's got some cinnamon and some cloves in it. It gives it a really good flavor. Um, and it turned out really good. So let's get to cooking the ham. All right, we all know the secret to a good ham is a good glaze. So let's make one from scratch. We're going to use a cup of pineapple juice. We're going to use 3/4 of a cup of dark brown sugar. I like the richness of the dark brown sugar. 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon and 1/8 of a teaspoon of cloves. A little clove goes a long way. Do not put much clove in this. We're going to bring this to a rolling boil over medium-high heat. And once it comes to a really good boil, we're going to reduce it down to low and let it simmer, stirring frequently. And then when you can stir it and it coats the back of a spoon and a line remains, turn it off and stir in a tablespoon of butter. Then I put mine in a jar and kept it in the fridge overnight until I was ready to put it on the ham the next day. How much glaze you use will be determined by what size ham you cook. I'm using a quarter ham from Costco, so it's really just a small ham. I wasn't feeding a crowd this day. So I'm going to take it and score the top, and then I will lather it down with that glaze. Then we'll take some pineapple rings and hold them in place on the ham using some wooden picks. And then before I put it in the oven, I'm going to cover it with foil. Now the cooking time on a ham is going to be on the package because the cooking time depends on the size of the ham. So follow the cooking guide on the package of ham for how long to cook it. But I like to cook mine covered just to make sure all those juices and steam stay locked in. And I take it out 2 or 3 times during the cooking process to apply a little more glaze. And then right before it's almost done cooking, I'm going to take it out, apply one more coating of glaze, and then I'll put it back in the oven under a low broil just so that glaze can get tacky. I don't want it cooked on hard, but I want it to be a little tacky. I think this is the last time I'm going to glaze it here. And then I'll put it back in the oven on a low broil and then just let it get good and tacky, and then there you go. It's ready to serve. So I let it rest, slice it, eat it, and the pineapple is really good off of it too. And since the channel is better with biscuits, my favorite way to eat leftover ham is for breakfast the next morning on a biscuit. Enjoy!